Hey, what's up guys? Houston here, and today's video is really a banger because I think it's going to help out a lot of you guys. So for those of you just finding my YouTube channel, welcome. Please remember to hit that subscribe button and that bell. And for those of you that's been following me and supporting me, salute. And for my faithful patrons, double salute. Now, as I said, today's video is going to be one of the best videos I hope that you guys appreciate, because we're actually trying to show you how to buy real estate using business credit cards. Now, why are we going to be using business credit cards? The reason is because we want to get interest-free loans. So that means that we don't want to pay no interest on the money that we borrow. And this is the easiest way, other than going through a hard money lender and paying them a crazy amount of money. This is one of the easiest ways in order to get access to funding. And I'll talk to you all about how to actually liquidate those credit cards to do your purchasing. Now, the first thing is, where do we buy real estate? How do we invest in real estate? Well, here's a couple of places that you can definitely check out that I really like, because they're always having deals, especially around this time of year. Now, you have bid for assets. Now, with bid for assets, it's for federal, state, county type of places that put on properties that have been lost to taxes and things of that nature. But they offer land, single family home, multi-family units, as well as other things. Now, City Feet, their primary goal is for commercial unit, multi-unit, and land. That does not mean that they don't offer single family, but that's the best place if you're trying to actually get into commercial investing. Now, you also got your tax liens that you can buy, and also your probate attorneys. Now, a lot of people don't notice that if you can find a probate attorney and you can ask him, hey, are you willing to give me a list of people that want to sell, that want to get out of probate, and you offering them cash up front? That's definitely a good way to go. Now, you also, again, have city sales, all right, that may not be listed on bid for assets. So you have city sales that you can go down to the recorder's office and they'll give you a list of properties they have for sale. Now, you also can go to foreclosures.com. Right now, foreclosures are heating up. It's a great opportunity to build up your business credit, build up your personal credit, put that money in reserves and get ready to buy those properties, because foreclosures are definitely coming on the market. Then you have for sale by owner. For sale by owner, you have people, unfortunately, because of COVID, family members are passing away that had real estate, that had assets and stuff, that unfortunately they have to sell and stuff like that. But for sale by owners is definitely a place you want to go. And also, don't forget about Craigslist. Craigslist is definitely a gold mine to find deals, but you have to be careful because you do have a lot of scammers on there. So you always want to check those public records, because they can sell you a property that owes back taxes or have tax liens on it, and then you end up owing that debt. So you have to be very careful, all right? Now, before you start anything, first, we're properly setting up your corporation. If you don't know how to properly set up the corporation, your LLC, or don't understand how to get funding for your company and stuff like that, check out HoustonMcMiller.net, three-way funding, schedule one-on-one consultation, because this is very key. This is very important in order for you to be able to get business credit cards where you actually get a free loan, all right, on that money that you're borrowing. A free interest loan on the money that you borrow. Now, let's talk about some of the banks you may want to set up with. You got American Express. They report the Small Business Financial Exchange and Dun & Bradstreet. Well, actually, they don't report to Dun & Bradstreet. Dun & Bradstreet picks up that information, all right? Then you have Chase. Chase reports to Experian, Small Business Financial Exchange, Dun & Bradstreet, Equifax, Capital One, Dun & Bradstreet, Experian Small Business Financial Exchange. You have Citibank. Citibank is Experian Small Business Financial Exchange, Dun & Bradstreet, Equifax. Bank of America, Wells Fargo, Small Business Financial Exchange. U.S. Bank is Dun & Bradstreet, Small Business Financial Exchange. PNC Bank and SunTrust. Again, those two, I'm almost certain they're reporting to Small Business Financial Exchange. Now, why is Small Business Financial Exchange so important? Again, if you're trying to get money with no interest or low interest and stuff, they're the ones that the SBA pulls from in order to determine, and they pull from Experian in order to determine if they're going to loan you funding. All right. So that's the reason they're so important. That being said, here's the companies that if I was trying to get funding for my business, these are the net 30s. I'm not a big proponent of net 30s. However, I know that these are the net 30s that will give me the best leverage. You have Chertsey, Experian, Credit Safe, Small Business Financial Exchange, and Sonia, National Association of Credit Management. Okay, so you have to be in business for at least 90 days. No derogatories. You must have your EIN. And again, click the link below to check out three-way funding and schedule one-on-one to get that company set up, especially this time of year. If you need to set up your company, do it now. Because if you do it now, when January 1st come around, that company will be 1 year old. So don't miss out on that. Click the link, schedule a consultation with three-way funding. Now, you have Summa Office Supplies. They report to Experian. They report to Equifax, okay? And they would actually write you a trade reference as well. Now, Quill is definitely one of those ones you want to keep in your back pocket, especially if you end up having to bootstrap your business and you need some funding. Quill is that one, all right? For those of you that don't know about Quill and what it is, the benefits of Quill, or for those of you that do know, put a comment below. Let me know. Hey, I know all about what Quill can do for my company. Let me know. Now, here's another one, Wise Business Plan. Wise Business Plan. They report to Equifax, Experian, Dun & Bradstreet. Now, again, if you're trying to get funding and you need a business plan, they're the guys you want to go to. Or you don't even have to actually get a business plan from them. They have other business credit products as well. Okay. And because they have other business products, they're going to report to Equifax, Experian, Dun & Bradstreet. All right. Now you have NAV. Now with NAV, again, you have to get their business with Wise and NAV. I'll put a link down below for them, but you have to get their business boost or their business loan builder in order for them to report to the Experian, Equifax, and Dun & Bradstreet. Now, some of these companies like Chertsey, Summa Supplies and stuff, some of these companies, they want you to buy from them or purchase from them more than one time. Okay, so just keep that in mind. But in order to have the success that you want with getting as much funding as you need for your real estate investing, you should follow this plan to the T. I'll help you step by step by explaining it to you, showing you the game and what you should be doing. Now, I made a video talking about Capital One Tap. Why is Capital One Tap so important? Capital One Tap is one of those lenders that's really pro-business, especially if you're a small business, you're a new business, you need funding. They offer up to $50,000. I did make a review video on it. If you actually want to see that review video, put a comment below. Hey, Houston, can I see that review video on Capital One Tap? Because I actually exposed something that most people don't talk about with Capital One Tap that I think is a benefit to those that actually may not have the proper income but may have the credit that can help you out. Now, with Capital One Tap, it works with new businesses, business at least 1 year in business, 1 years or less in business, revenue 30,000. So if say you've been in business 6 months, that means $5,000 a month. Average about $2,500 a month. Okay. Web bank. They use they're under web bank. It's a soft pull, and they pull from FICO 9. Now, I usually make videos explaining about the FICO 9 because it's very important, because that's your biggest leverage. They still are working with sole proprietors at the moment, but you do need your EIN tax ID. All right. So you also may need to show your bank statements as well as proof of ID. Some people have gotten instant approvals and stuff like that. But in terms of following up to make sure that you're a legitimate business, it's very important that you have that documentation together. All right. And one of the things that I keep telling you, in order to help you build up your business credit for funding, is to make sure you're making weekly deposits into your business bank accounts. Hint. All right. Now, here's a credit card, the U.S. Bank World Elite. All right. Now, in terms of getting this card, you do have to have strong credit. But here's the thing about it. 15 months of no interest. This credit card goes up to $50,000. So if you get access to this credit card, okay, imagine being able to max stack $50,000 out for 15 months without paying any interest. This is the type of card you want to look for, okay? And there's also a strategy that goes along with this as well. Now, they do a hard pull. They pull TransUnion. It is FICO 8, all right? But there's no annual fees, but it does report again to Dun & Bradstreet and Small Business Financial Exchange. So that's going to help put more money in your pocket with other lenders because of the way that they report. Now, they have another card. It's the U.S. Bank Business Platinum. I like this card because it gives you 18 months. So imagine you getting that $50,000 max on that other U.S. Bank card, then coming over and getting this here card, and they give you another $30,000 max. Okay? So, as a matter of fact, with this here card, the U.S., I know it's over $30,000 in funding. I know it's over $30,000 in funding, but here's the thing about it. Whenever you apply for these business credit cards, you never want to give them a number. You always want to tell them, well, I want the max. So if they say how much funding you need, say, what is your max? Okay, so whatever their max is, and then let them come back with a number, and then you negotiate that number from there. That's the reason I tell people, if you can, go inside a bank and apply for the card. Okay, but if you don't have a U.S. bank near you, I would say get somebody on the phone and let them put in the application over the phone. All right. Now, again, they do a hard pull TransUnion FICO 8, no annual fees. And again, it's another card that reports to Dun & Bradstreet and Small Business Financial Exchange. Now you have PNC Business Credit Card. All right. Now they give you up to 13 months of purchasing power. All right. No annual fees. So some of you all may already have the PNC business credit card, but they pull FICO 8 Experian, and the minimum credit score, it's not a 680. It's not a 600. It's about averaging about a 680. Most of these cards, except for like the U.S. Bank Platinum and the World Elite, you have to have at least a 700 for the two U.S. Bank cards. But the PNC, you can get away with a 680 credit score to get that card, okay? Now, the Wells Fargo card, even though it doesn't show you the love that U.S. Bank cards show, you definitely want to have this in your arsenal. And I'm going to tell you why. All right. So granted, they only give you 9 months up for balance transfer and purchases, right? But here's the kicker about it. They pull from FICO 9. as well as it's much easier to get a line of credit with them right away. So you definitely can get a business line of credit with them. You don't have to wait long. And that's another thing about these banks that I keep telling you guys. Don't just do a one and done, getting a one business credit card and on to the next bank. Build a relationship. Open up a business bank account with them. Open up a personal account with them. Deposit weekly deposits of money with them so that you can get more and more money. But the thing about it, like with Wells Fargo business line of credit, they show you love. I'm telling you, guys, you do not want to sleep on Wells Fargo. Like the credit card, they may give you like a low limit, right? They may start you at 5,000, 10,000. But when that line of credit kicks in, that line of credit kicks in at about 25,000. Okay, so this is the reason that I'm telling you guys, do not sleep on these here banks in terms of trying to get funding. So even though like the more fintech companies are stepping up and giving you money and stuff like that, the banks are still showing love, especially if you have a strong relationship with them. They definitely will give you the money. Now, here's one. I call it the super money. And the reason I call it the super money, because granted, they don't do balance transfer, but all of their cards is 0% purchasing on 12 months, no annual fees. Okay. The revenue is projected revenue, and the credit score, you usually get the business credit card with about a 680 credit score. Now, here's the thing that I love about American Express. Once you're able to get in the door with American Express, say that you get a personal credit card. Once they do that hard pull, then they do all internal data mining. Now, I made a video that actually told you how to build a relationship with American Express. If you want to see that video, put a comment below. Hey, Houston, can I see that video? And I'll share that video with you. But here's the thing about it. American Express has business bank accounts now. And the reason that you want to open up that business bank account with American Express, because it'll make it so much easier for you to get that business line of credit. And they show you love on the lines of credit as well. So in terms of no hard pull, trust me, everything is internal data. But I promise you, if you follow the steps in this video to the T, if you have questions, comment. Again, I'm telling you, if you're trying to do real estate investing and you're trying to get funding, this is what you need to do. You need to follow these steps. Now, in terms of liquidating the credit cards, one of the companies I like to use is Plastic. The reason is that because instead of trying to do a balance transfer or do a cash advance. And I'll tell you something here about American Express, about this cash advance stuff, that a lot of you all are making a mistake. You all will get American Express credit card. Okay. Well, it's a business card or a personal card. And then you all will start trying to max it out right away. Don't do that. You will get the account frozen and it'll get closed down and you'll lose the account. Do not do that unless you're paying like your IRS tax bill. Hint, hint. That's where a large purchase will come in at. But when you just trying to do like $5,000 right away, $10,000, unless it's like a car. The cool part about it, you actually can buy a car. So if you're trying to buy a car for your business and stuff, and you have the American Express business credit card, or again, buying a piece of real estate. If you're buying a large purchase, something that they can actually see, then it's definitely something that's worth. But please be careful when you just get that account and you're trying to max out that account, you can lose it and it can be frozen. So you have to be very careful with that. All right. Now, if you guys have any questions about building up the business credit, the personal credit, click the link below. Check out 3-Way Funding. Schedule consultation at HoustonMcMiller.net. Thank you.